Are you absolutely positive that you can trust this GM person?
GM is what we call the Guildmaster of the Adventurers Guild. The man at the top. As for being trustworthy or not, I say, we investigate that. This is the Adventurers Guild. There he is. That's the Guildmaster. Indeed, I am Guildmaster Rogleaf. Call me GM.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. GM.
Afternoon. I'm Captain of the City Watch. Name's Berksby.
Hello, Captain. It's nice to meet you.
And I'm Vice Captain Agrop. Hey, kid.
So pleased to meet you, Vice Captain Agrop.
Good. I hope you'll pardon me for just a moment. Okay. Yep, it looks like everyone here is all right. All right? What does that mean? First of all, this is a magic item I borrowed from Ivy. By using it, I can tell if somebody who has spoken to Ivy is good or bad. And it didn't react, so that means everyone here is on our side. You have a magic item that does that?
I picked it up in the forest during my travels. But after you use it, it turns into a normal stone about a week later. I did have one more, but I used it for something silly and it turned into a rock.
Just a week, huh? Then we don't have much time. Berolda and Ivy, there's something I'd like you to use that for. Let me guess. You want to uncover members of the organization? Yes. I want to find the traitor who passed on the information about our investigations. Tell me, would you be able to question every member of the Watch? That is exactly our intent, as well as the adventurers. Very good. I'll summon every one of them, by authority of the Adventurers Guild. We should summon all of the Watch. Begin at once. Of course.
Sir!
Here we are. This is the house the organization was using as their base. When we raided, we found it deserted.
In order to preserve the evidence, we have watchmen standing guard while we continue to investigate.
Have you discovered any clues?
Not a single one. It's almost unnatural how nothing's turned up.
Good work. We have visitors. The kid is named Ivy. We'll be looking after him for a little while. Ivy, these are the watchmen. The man on the right is Zacchus. Nice to meet you. On the left is Mulgajula.
Welcome to our town. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hello, sirs. I'm pleased to meet you, too.
It's been a while, huh, Mulgajula? I haven't seen you, but I guess you've been here.
Yeah, we've been looking for evidence all this time, but nothing's turned up. We'll be searching the house today, too.
Really? Hang in there.
You sure, Mulgajula? Yes, guilty.
And I trusted him. Blast.
We're just getting started. We've already summoned the entire Watch. They will assemble here soon. We're gonna find every one of them. With your help, Ivy.
Right.
That's rough, but you're doing great.
It's hard to believe I'm just introducing myself. It's so exhausting.
Out of 157 watchmen, there are 38 of them that are traitors? It's true. To think that so many spies have infiltrated the Watch.
No wonder they get away whenever we find a lead.
This means that all our movements up to now have been leaked. Well then, we'll have to be all the more careful. Good work, everyone. Have there been any new developments? Count Faltoria? Lord Ferronda? Has something happened?
I happened to be nearby, if that counts. Otherwise, I just figured I'd pop in and check on the site while I was within range.
I see. I was with Count Faltoria when he made that decision, so I accompanied him.
Right. And who's that?
This is Ivy. He was targeted by the organization, so we've taken him into our care for the time being.
Ah, what a charming child. I'm Faltoria. Pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you too, Count Faltoria.
I'm Ferronda. Pleased to meet you.
It's nice to meet you, sir.
If you do find anything, please notify me immediately.
We look forward to good news. Really? Wow. I can't can't believe Count Valtoria is one of them. He's been a hero to this town.
Excuse me, what are you talking about?
The Count is guilty.
The Count? So there are traitors among the nobility too?
Yes, but Ivy suspected as much, so we aren't too surprised by this.
The boy?
If Count Valtoria is part of the organization, then it's likely that he's the one in control of it, or at least a high rank.
And if that's the case, then everything else makes sense. All of the pointless raids, the fact that our allies were killed. If he's one of the people who directs the organization's movements, then blast it! I'm the idiot who gave him that information! I killed our men! It's my fault!
That's not true. You can't blame yourself. Right. The members of the organization are at fault. Ivy, is there anything else you've picked up on?
Maybe. The timing seems suspicious. They didn't show up here all that long after we did. If the Count actually is a member of the organization, then I'm certain it wasn't by chance.
The traitors among the Watchmen haven't left their posts.
Then it's possible that someone from the organization is close by. They're hiding near this base to keep an eye on it.
That can't be. Are you saying our town is filled with enemies?
It's probably safer to assume that it is.
It's no wonder we could never find evidence. They must have taken everything out before the raid.
There's no way. There wouldn't have been enough time to extract all the evidence before we began conducting the raid. We have watchmen from our side standing guard, so the traitors couldn't have removed anything after the fact either.
If that's true, why have we come up empty? Didn't you call out the whole watch to investigate?
Hey, Mr. Malgajula, that guard from earlier, where did he search?
Huh? Well, Oh, I see where you're going.
Yes. I think it's likely he received orders from the organization to maneuver behind the scenes. He was part of the search, and could just not mention when rooms he checked had issues.
Huh. Tell me the truth, are you actually 9 years old? It doesn't sound like something a 9-year-old would think of.
Of course I'm 9!
Wait, what? I thought you were 6 years old.
These guesses keep going down! No! I swear I'm 9!
Let's head to the room Malgajula was in charge of. I think we'll find something there.
Malgajula.
Yes, sir.
No need to search that room anymore. I doubt we'll find anything. Go search the storehouse out front again, and gather some men to help you.
Sir!
All right, let's go. We need clues. Gather anything that remotely looks like one. A list of organization members' names, or some way to track where the money goes. That would enable us to trace their crimes.
Even if I look at these numbers, I don't know what they mean.
Huh? In movies, at times like this, there's always a trick bookcase? I don't know what movies are. What? That's the only book where the corner of the spine is scuffed? Which means that one spot must get touched a lot. Here we go. Ow. That didn't feel good.
It's a hidden room.
And of course Ivy found it.
Excellent work, young man. Are you actually 9 years old?
I'm not saying it again.
Impossible.
There's so much of it.
More money than I've seen in one place before.
Does this mean the organization is much larger than we ever imagined?
Either way, this big a stash couldn't be easily moved, which means that leaving it here and running was probably the best they could do.
This looks like a record of the organization's business dealings. It's evidence of the kidnappings. We may be able to close in on those who were involved.
I'm getting the feeling that the organization covertly positioned people around the building to guard this.
Is something wrong, Captain Bergsby? Leave everything as is. I want the organization to think that we haven't found anything in here. Put it all back and let's head out.
This has really turned into something huge, hasn't it? I don't think anyone's slept yet. The GM or team leader and the captain are out. They're all in secret meetings.
Gotta keep things quiet, considering how many traitors they've found.
Can't move out in the open, or the organization might notice.
Ah, well. Thanks to Ivy and Sora, we're starting to see our enemy clearly.
It's progress. We're finally on our way to stopping them for good.
Yes!
But until we do that, Ivy, it's
It's very dangerous. Please don't ever do anything alone.
If there's somewhere you want to go, just tell me. I'll gladly go with you.
Thank you so much. Well, in that case, there is a tiny favor I'd like to ask. Wow! A magic bucket full of water? This will make laundry so much easier.
That's a magic item. They're left in washing areas for the people who don't know how to use water magic.
Are there many people out there who can't use water magic?
Sure, there are lots. There are also a lot of people who can't use cleaning magic or produce fire. I'm water magicless myself.
Wow.
The Shifali managed to find the bucket for me, and that's what I use when I cook.
Oh, I bet that is helpful. Mr. Shifali's very kind, isn't he?
I guess so. As long as you don't make him angry.
I think I'm gonna get started on my laundry now.
Hey, Ivy.
Yeah? What's up?
I need help solving a mystery. Please forgive me, but are you actually a boy?
No! Wait! Don't cry!
I'm sorry. I've been deceitful.
There's nothing to apologize for. You were just trying to protect yourself. It's more dangerous for girls to travel alone.
I appreciate you saying that, but I had the chance to tell you, and I still kept quiet.
You should keep being quiet about it. And I'll pretend I never knew.
Thanks for understanding.
Great. Let's do some laundry then.
Right.
Is it laundry day today? Hi, Ivy. It's been a while.
It has, hasn't it?
Are you liking Otolwa so far?
I am. It's a larger town than I thought.
Yes, and there are a lot of fun places for you to visit. Would you like to do some exploring with me? Hey, I know. There's a shop that sells delicious sweets, if that interests you.
Well,
The shop is called Mamarako. It's one of my favorites.
Oh, I like the sound of that. I'm always up for something sweet.
That's nice. I didn't say you were invited.
Really? You know I have a sweet tooth and you're intentionally excluding me? I wouldn't hold you back, would I? It's a plan then. We'll go to Flo-Flo.
Why there? I specifically suggested Mamarako.
I was just saying how good Flo-Flo is, and that we should try it sometime. Right, Ivy?
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Really? Well, let's all go together then. All 5 of us.
Wait, 5?
A good number, don't you think? I can't wait for the fun to start.
here.
Oh, heck yeah! That means we can't see Mamariko! Instead, we'll be heading to Flo-Flo for some real sweets. You're gonna love it. Trust me.
Does it really matter that much?
Thanks for waiting. We're proud of our latest creation. May it become your new favorite.
More, please!
You should slow down and savor the things you eat instead of inhaling them like slobbery monsters.
True. A good dessert should be about the flavor and the experience.
This is pure happiness.
Are you going to start slobbering too?
Hey, you never said why you invited us out like this. Mila talks about Ivy nonstop. Apparently, he's a phenomenal kid. Our curiosity got the best of us, so we decided to invite him out.
More, please!
Coming up!
Stop that brutish behavior. We don't want to frighten our new friend, do we? I want Ivy to like it here.
Uh-oh. Looks like Sora doesn't trust any of them. It's not just that they make me uncomfortable. They're all traitors.
If you frighten Ivy, I'll show you no mercy.
Come on, we're all just having a good time, right? We didn't come here to fight. Especially not with someone who has a 3-star flame attack.
3 stars. Wow.
And it would be extremely foolish of me, considering that I'm only working with a 2-star defense skill.
And he has 2.
I don't have any level of defense skill, so I'm afraid you'll get no empathy from me. I rely on my strength.
I kind of like the sound of that. Perhaps we should spar to see who is truly stronger.
All right, that's enough. You are so uncivilized. Why is it always the ones with combat skills who behave so crudely?
I don't expect you to understand, Mila. After all, you only have a tamer skill. It would be one thing if you could tame strong monsters, but what use are slimes? The most you can do is take out the trash. You can't even make money battling real monsters.
For what it's worth, I think she's amazing. If I remember correctly, you're a 2-star tamer as well. And not only that, Ballistal and Lidl are rare slimes that have the ability to dispose of weapons. I've been traveling a long time and visited a lot of dumping grounds. I found a ton of stuff that people threw away, but I could still use. It's something I'll always remember. Just because someone can't see the value in something doesn't mean it isn't a perfect solution for someone else. So that's why I believe taking good care of the trash is incredibly important work.
Thank you, that means a lot.
I agree. Being a tamer can benefit others in many ways. And if you tame slimes, you'll never travel alone.
True.
That's sweet, if you're not into money. Wouldn't you rather tame something strong and spectacular and let people know you're worth hiring? It's because we don't have skills like those that we became adventurers. If what we did earned more money, we wouldn't be here.
Huh?
So, what was the verdict?
Not good. Sora kept saying not to trust them. The 2 men and Mila.
I wasn't asking you about them. What did you think of Flo-Flo? Those are my favorite desserts.
Right. They were delicious, of course.
I know! The guy who runs the shop used to be an adventurer. That's why I trust his recipes. It also helps that no one can touch us in there.
Is that the reason you wanted to go to Flo-Flo?
Yeah. I had no idea what they were planning. I just knew we had to avoid going anywhere they suggested.
That's a good point. We wouldn't know if they put drugs or poison in the food.
Wait, drugs? I guess you're right. I'm ashamed I hadn't thought that far ahead. That is a real possibility. You're a kid. How did you even know to think about that?
What? I have no idea. It's just something that made sense. I wonder if it's something I learned in my past life.
Well, I have no clue what to do now. This means that all of Greengale have been confirmed as traitors.
Yes. Finding out people you know aren't what you thought. It's disappointing. I'm sorry.
When I was growing up, this town was a place where the children felt safe enough to run around freely. When we did good things, the adults would praise us. And when we were caught doing something we shouldn't, we'd be punished. It was all so much fun. The good and the bad.
That's how it was for me, too. Before I turned 5.
These days, a child isn't safe anywhere without an adult to watch over them. They can't be left alone for more than a few minutes. It's uncomfortable and restrictive. You know what I wish? I wish I could restore this town's peace.
Are you saying the Green Gale meant to abduct Ivy?
Yeah, but they were trying not to be obvious about it.
All they did was invite me to have snacks with them.
It's the same thing. They're allies of the kidnapping organization.
I wonder what inspired them to try something like that in broad daylight. They must still believe no one knows what they're up to.
But why would the Green Gale go to such elaborate lengths to target Ivy?
That's what they do. They want to capture and sell him.
It's no secret that both Blazing Sword and Lightning King are protecting him. That seems like too great a challenge to overcome for just another child.
That's true. There's gotta be more.
And even if they succeeded in abducting him, people would immediately suspect Green Gale and go after them. I don't know why they'd take that kind of risk.
Wait, could it be a decoy?
A decoy? What are you saying, Ivy?
Maybe they didn't care if the Green Gale was exposed, because they wanted you to know that someone on the inside had been betraying you. In order to spread word of the existence of traitors, it would make sense to give Green Gale jobs that would cast suspicion on them.
They wanted us to know they were traitors.
Yes, because that would make it hard for the Watch and adventurers to do anything. They wouldn't know who might leak their plans to the enemy.
You're right. Even back when we raided their base, they were long gone because they knew we were coming for them. So now only the top brass has the necessary information. Which means formulating plans is that much more complicated.
The organization won't want to wait much longer before retrieving the money and documents they left behind. After restricting our movements, they'll likely set up some other scheme.
But traitors will become wanted criminals all across the country. So no matter how well they've been paid, Mila and the others won't be able to call themselves adventurers anymore.
Huh? Like a skink lizard shedding its tail?
Did you say skink? What's that?
Huh? Right. We don't have skink lizards in this world. Not sure. Anyway, what if the organization sees the Green Gale as pawns to be sacrificed?
Sacrificed how?
I think that once their job as decoys is done, they'll be forced to disappear in order to keep quiet.
That's terrible! We have to tell Mila!
Not so fast. It's way too early to let them know that we're on to them.
Okay, then what do we do?
I was thinking, maybe I should become the decoy instead. We can use me as bait, let the Green Gale come after me, and then plant false information for them to pass on.
What kind of info?
For example, we could say they're relaxing security at the base. If the organization believes it, they'd feel safe to retrieve the money and documents. Then you can lie in wait and catch them. Huh?
And you're how old again?
How old? I'm 9. Really, I swear.
This is difficult. I agree that it's a compelling plan, but I couldn't go through with it.
I'm against it too. I can't justify putting Ivy in danger for this.
If we fight the organization, it will be an all-out war. However, both the Watch and the Adventurers are unwittingly working with traitors. Given the situation, we wouldn't be able to guarantee Ivy's protection.
That's not true. I'm going to keep Ivy safe. No matter what happens.
Whether you decided to go with my suggestion or not, I'm still going to be in danger of being targeted. And if so...
The narrowing down the timing of the attack by acting as a lure will make it easier to protect you and catch the culprits. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes.
All right, send information to get them to attack their old base. We'll be ready to ambush and capture them all at once.
Don't you think fighting them when we don't know how many traitors there are is putting us at a disadvantage?
If we're ambushed by people we thought were allies, we won't stand a chance.
And if we start spreading the word that there are traitors all around us, the organization could find out about our plan and everything would end in failure.
What other options do we have?
Huh? When the special unit raids, you could use a tear gas bomb?
Tear gas? What is that?
Nothing. Is there a magic item that could put the enemy to sleep?
Let me think. It might be possible if we used a sleep sphere, but it would put our side to sleep as well.
If people on both sides are asleep, then we lose no one. We could just apologize to our allies after it's over.
Really? And this is what 9-year-olds come up with?
Maybe. I did.
I'm still conflicted. I just don't like how much it relies on Ivy. I can't make up my mind. Not yet.
I understand. And even if we decided to go that way, we need to spend time hashing out details.
Please, listen. It's Sora. My slime was the one who told us about the traitors at first, right? I'm thinking, if the organization doesn't know about that just yet, then we need to attack now.
You're right. And it's thanks to you, Ivy, that finally we're in a position to make the first move.
In that case, we really shouldn't let this opportunity pass us by. Well, all right. Let's get this plan in order. It's official. We're attacking the organization.
Sir. Failure's not an option here. Be stealthy and make sure no one finds out.
Sir.
I'm glad that's finally settled.
We need to create our plan. We would love your input, Ivy.
Me? Yes, sir.